Hey guys, David here. Welcome to Digital Outlook, where you're going to find the best community in all of crypto. In today's video, we're talking everything about price. So guys, without further ado, why don't we get to it? Well, guys, I had really hoped that I was going to be actually able to go out there today and take you out for a walk like we usually do when the weather is nice, but the wind was just whistling and howling so bad that it would have just destroyed the audio, so I couldn't do it. But I'll tell you what, as soon as we get some great days with low wind and nice sunshine, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be out there doing those walks again. I really, really love it. Well, guys, something that I have been thinking about a lot for a while now has to do with price. And why is that? Well, guys, a lot of times in the comments, folks are asking me, hey, David, what do you think the price is going to be here? What do you think about this price over here? Can you comment on this price over here? And so, guys, I thought I would kind of narrow it down and let you know what I really think about a lot of the prices that are out there. And we're going to take a look at a number of them, and then I'm going to give you at the end of it what my whole synopsis on the whole deal is. So let's just go with that. Now, take a look at this first article here. Now, guys, this article is big. This one just came out recently here in the beginning of February, and it's XRP's most surprising prediction, and it's made by Reaper Financial's CEO. Now, I have actually had Patrick Riley on this show, and we were interviewing him with respect to the amicus brief that Reaper Financial had filed in the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. And this guy is no slouch. He is a very intelligent and smart and really sharp guy. But listen to what his XRP price prediction is. Patrick Riley, CEO of Reaper Financial and chairman of the Block Oversight Committee, seems to be making the boldest call on the XRP price. While most predictions about XRP suggest its price reaching $1,000 mark or even 5 digits or as high as 589,000, Riley believes XRP may be worth $1 million by 2030. Just listen to this. Reaper Financial CEO was responding to a question posed by a reader on what would be worth $1 million in 2030 while referring to ARK's Cathie Wood's Bitcoin price prediction. Riley answered, 2 XRP. Cathie Wood's ARK Invest is sticking to one of its boldest predictions yet, that the value of a single Bitcoin will rise past 1 million during the next 10 years. The company's most optimistic prediction for Bitcoin was to reach 1.48 million in 2030, with a bearish case of 258,500 and a base scenario of 682,800. Wow. While the 1 million forecast is roughly a 4,200% increase from Bitcoin's current level of 22,900. XRP might have to rally nearly 400 million% from its current price at that time of this article, 39.7 cents, to attain the 1 million mark. This implies XRP has a long way to go to reach this target and might put off the prediction as unrealistic. Well, guys, I think in a way, more than likely, Patrick was being tongue-in-cheek, because a lot of times people just fire out, these kind of questions at you, and they're expecting you to come back and give them a definitive price. Well, the reality is nobody can do that, right? Because obviously nobody has a crystal ball. And the best thing we can do is literally guess. Now, this has been the wildest prediction that I've ever seen. But hey, we have seen lots of other predictions, and just take a look at this one and and most of us have heard about this because of the whole Jimmy Valley and Val Hill Capital and that whole XRP buyback, which, by the way, David Schwartz has come out and said, hey, the chances of there being a buyback are practically slim to none. But let's just read this one here. Notable crypto industry figures such as Val Hill Capital CEO Jimmy Valley estimate that the price of XRP might hit $35,000. Others are of the opinion that the price may surpass $50,000. The growth of the XRP ledger use cases has also contributed to the excitement around XRP. Purist Technology has announced the creation of the first Colombian National Land Registry on the XRPL blockchain. During the current bear market, XRP is one of the cryptocurrency investors are anticipating a robust run for. So basically, guys, people are expecting during this bear market that in this next bull market, utility is going to matter and that XRP is going to see some major plays. Now, as a result of the increased interest in the central bank digital currencies, Ripple has prepared itself to be recognized through the private ledgers and inexpensive cross-border transfers it enables via its project RippleNet, consequently boosting the price and sentiment of XRP. Well, guys, a lot of us do not really feel that this whole deal with Val Hill Capital is actually going to come to any kind of fruition with a buyback. Now, I understand the motivation for why they're out there doing it. What they really were trying to do is to protect individual holders of XRP should there be some sort of a government confiscation. And in that capacity, hey, look, we want to get fair value for the XRP should they do that. But many of us, myself included, do not believe a confiscation is ever going to be on the table. And for that, I don't really think that we're going to see any genuine buyback. That is just my personal opinion. Well, let's look at some other prices here. So here's another price prediction that actually came out on February 8th of 2023, of course. XRP Permabull predicts $23.80 price for the asset in June of this year. So Crypto Bull believes XRP will clench $23.80 price point in June, but history will have to repeat itself. So Pseudonymous XRP Permabull and analyst Crypto Bull has predicted the asset will clench $23.80. The analyst disclosed this in a tweet last Saturday. The analyst shared the XRP weekly price chart indicating that the asset's price was in a bullish wedge continuation pattern similar to the time before it kicked off its previous bull market rally. Consequently, the analyst believes that XRP will repeat the same price action. Crypto Bull's analysis is similar to an earlier analysis by fellow XRP Permabull Egrag Crypto. Now, we're going to get into his in a little bit. But guys, what these folks are doing, what these technical analysis guys are doing, is they're taking all of the information from these prior cycles and they're taking a look at it. They're doing the support resistance, the fib retracements, and on and on. They're even looking at the fractals and they're saying, hey, if history rhymes, maybe not repeats, but at least rhymes, then this is what we could see. And guys, I have been around to watch XRP just tinker along, then all of a sudden, bang, man, what a move. And that's exactly what Crypto Bull is talking about here. He's saying, hey, look, from those prior cycles and those fractals and the retracements that we've seen, whenever we've watched XRP take off, it seems to follow this kind of pattern and it just tinkers along and then pow, it does. Now, for me, one of the things that I think provides a little confluence at this one here is that we had just seen this library case get settled and the secondary market for the library token when it got that clarity that those secondary sales did not constitute securities. Wow, library took off 155% in one day. Now, think about this. XRP has a much broader global ecosystem and influence than Library does by far. And on top of that, you've got lots of people out there talking about the fact that if a decision came down where Ripple, the actual company, could face a fine for, initial sales of XRP, and they pay that fine, but the secondary market sales are deemed not to be securities, that you could see the whole class just absolutely take off and watch it hit way beyond previous all-time highs, even as high as $10. And that would definitely be a setup here for this to happen by June. It's well within the realms of possibility. We have seen that before. Now, let's take a look at Egrag Crypto and his price prediction. So, Prominent Analysis predicts $80 price target of in the next XRP bull run. Egrag Crypto has followed up on his prediction of the next XRP bull run with a prediction of the price target of the said bull run. In a tweet today, the Prominent Analysis asserted that the asset could soar as high as $80. However, in the short term, Egrag sees the asset hitting up there to about 60 cents and coming back down over here to 22 cents. Recall that Egrag predicted that the next bull run for the asset would kick off on July 1st. He based the analysis on the fact that the last bear market cycle from the highs ran for 27 months before starting a new bull cycle. The analyst has pointed out that we are in the 21st month of the current bear cycle. Extending on this analysis, Egrag says that if the market follows the same rhythm as it did in the past, XRP will clinch the $80 price point. By counting the number of candles on the monthly chart shared by Egrag, it places the $80 prediction for May of 2024. Well, guys, let's just take a look at one more actual price prediction. Now, this one comes out as XRP 122,000 price model. And when you take a look at this guy is actually talking about this model with respect to what people believe when they calculated the price of XRP. And it's only someone's 2 cents out there. And he's saying, hey, I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. Tons of information to get across the digital asset space. And he goes on and he talks about why there's this big $122,000 price prediction. But guys, I want us to actually think about this in a different way. Instead of focusing on price, now I get it. Everybody is always talking about price. When Moon? When Lambo? When am I actually going to see this blow off top? Now, I want you to think about something. I want you to think about how these markets are manipulated. Now, we all know about the Wall Street cheat sheet, how everybody's kind of like played on the way up and we're played all the way down. Look, when it's way up here, you're going out there to the movies. Matt Damon's out there telling you, hey, fortune favors the brave. And while everybody's FOMOing in, what's the institutions doing? Guys, that's when they're selling out. And when it's way down here and they're telling you, my goodness, you have to be so cautious and it's so scary and on and on. What's happening down here? Well, we know the whales are buying it like crazy. And hey, we're looking at these open ledgers, and that is a great benefit for us because we can see all these major whale wallets just filling up with XRP, and a lot of those sales are over-the-counter contracts. So, of course, the price of XRP is not moving, but accumulation is happening. And in fact, in just a few videos back, we were reporting how Ripple themselves have been buying XRP off the secondary market since 2020 to the tune of 8.4 billion US dollars. That's how much they've bought, and turn around and selling it back to their ODL partners. That says volumes. Guys, the way you really have to look at this and your position in XRP is not what the price is today, not what it's going to be next week, not what, hey, it may be down the road here and there. You got to look at this as absolute utility. You want to look at the ecosystem. How is it expanding? How is it growing? What are the layers that are there? And is there any kind of action taking place with strategic partnerships that would increase your confidence level in this asset and ecosystem? Now, I can tell you, for me, I have done my research and I have found lots of confluence that makes me feel extremely bullish when it comes to XRP long term. And I'm not looking at this just for the little short term bumps that we come along. Look, let's ask ourselves and be honest. How many of us are investing in XRP only to see a 12-cent rise in price? I doubt very many of us are doing that, or even $1 or $2 in price. Well, how about $10? Maybe some of us. How about $27, which a lot of people are calling for? How about $100 or something like what Egrag crypto is talking about there? And then there are those who definitely believe that we could hit those 4 and 5 figure numbers. But guys, if you focus on price, only on price, and you don't have that long-term vision and long-term view, and you don't build up a strong confidence in the fundamental analysis, the chances are you're either going to do one of two things. In most cases, people sell too early, or they hold on to it waiting for this pie in the sky figure, and they sell too late. Right? They ride it all the way up and all the way back down. And I have had many people reach out to me that have told me, hey, you know what, David, when you shared that story on that video about your friend in Discord that rode it all the way up, had got his portfolio up there to 7 figures and then rode it all the way back down. You know what? That happened to me. I rode it all the way up and all the way back down. That's what they've told me. In fact, some have said, hey, look, I rode it all the way up, sold up here, got into this one and rode that one all the way back down. Guys, you have got to be able to have a long-term focus. That's what's going to help you in this space. Don't be just focused on what the price is today. Because look, we have to admit we are in one of the most volatile markets that there is on the planet. But it's that same volatility that gives us these massive opportunities of price potential down the road. Now, one of these days, that volatility is not going to be there. Why not? Because guys, I think what we're going to see is institutional adoption, and that risk is going to come way down. Now, when the risk comes down, what happens? Well, the reward levels out, doesn't it? And that's what I expect will happen down the road. In fact, it's my personal belief that this next bull run, utility-driven bull run, is going to be the biggest and the last that we will see of these major explosions. Why? Because I do definitely believe solid regulation is coming. Institutional adoption is coming. When we're seeing all these SEC attacks and all these stable coins, which by the way, how is it possible to meet the Howey test when the expectation of profit needs to be there and stable coins are pegged to the dollar and there is zero expectation of profit? Guys, this is an attack against all of this digital asset space in order to protect the whole big institutional construct that's back here. That's what I believe is going on. And eventually you'll see custody and adoption and everything of all these big investment houses that are already out there right now. And it's about protecting the status quo. That's really what I see this as. It has nothing to do with protecting the retail investor. Let's be at least honest about that. So one of the things that we need to do is not focus solely on price, but on utility. Now, I want to show you something right here with respect to real world utility. Just take a look at this title. Ripple touts crypto utility as the major driver for 2023. San Francisco-based fintech firm Ripple is confident that crypto and XRP adoption will continue to grow in 2023. On January 10th, Ripple published a company blog highlighting its industry insights for the coming year as the dust settles from last year's contagions. It predicts there will be a focus on real world crypto utility this year. Guys, it is going to be big, and I genuinely agree with that. I think this next bull run is absolutely going to be utility driven. Now, to drive that point home and to remind ourselves of the impact of the utility that Ripple and XRP Ledger actually represents, I have this little video about the on-demand liquidity platform and cross-border payments that Ripple uses and how XRP is a part of that. Let's watch this couple-minute video, and right after that, I'll be right back.
The market for global payments is immense. Estimated at over $130 trillion and growing. But its infrastructure is archaic. The challenge? Trapped capital. Intermediaries with high fees. Slow settlements. Incomplete transaction data, frustrating failure rates, and single-point security exposures. At Ripple, we understand these challenges and have created an innovative payment solution that leverages the XRP ledger and the digital asset XRP. XRP is the perfect crypto for payments because it transacts quickly at very low cost with high throughput and is carbon neutral. Ripple's payment solution uses XRP to bridge fiat currencies, eliminate pre-funding, and makes payment terms visible, which supports our partners' compliance efforts. And we offer affordable line of credit options that enable capital agility and rapid scaling. When you are ready to scale to new corridors, our network provides you access to premier receivers in key markets that you can start transacting with in as little as 4 weeks. Here's how a Ripple payment works. The sending institution requests a fiat-to-fiat quote on pricing and foreign exchange, or FX. The sender receives and approves a quote with pre-negotiated FX margin from the receiver. The sender submits the payment instructions. The sender debits funds from a digital asset wallet funded by Ripple with XRP and transfers funds to the receiver in less than 3 seconds. The receiver immediately pays out the end beneficiary in fiat according to the payment instructions. In parallel, the receiver converts XRP to fiat. The sending institution is invoiced at the start of the following business week, post-transaction. The benefits are clear. Payments in seconds with lower transaction fees that are available when you need them, are reliable, transparent, and are managed elegantly. From remittance to small and medium enterprise to treasury payments, Ripple transforms your global payments.
So guys, when you watch a video like that and you see the impacts that this ecosystem is going to have in the future digital economy, it is an absolute no-brainer in the way I think. I mean, when you consider the fact that most of the nations in the world are developing and coming out with their central bank digital currencies, you have the United Arab Emirates that are just coming out with their CBDC. You had the Bank of England coming out and flat out saying, hey, look, we're giving you the roadmap for our CBDC. You had Jerome Powell of the Federal Reserve talking about the white paper and the US CBDC. You know that Ripple is working with nations around the world to actually build the infrastructure for the evolution of money and the central bank digital currencies. And it wasn't just a week ago that I had a video there where I was showing you that website where you can actually track the development of every nation on earth and how close they are to issuing their CBDCs. We can see it practically happening in real time. And when it comes to that, you have to think long term. Guys, all of this short term price predictions, $1 million, 122,000, 589, 1,000, 10,000, $23.70, 27 bucks, $80 and things like that, you can get lost in that mess and not really see what the actual ecosystem is going to do and how long lasting and reaching it's going to be. Now, having said that, I think this next bull run definitely, like I said, is going to be a major bull run and utility is going to matter. And in my way of thinking, I really believe it's probably the last bull run that we're going to see. That is genuinely what I believe. Now, for me, how high do I think we're going to see XRP reach in this next bull run? Like, what are the top levels? Guys, in all honesty, for me, I've thought about this a lot, and I don't give price predictions. And so this is how I'm going to lay this out. I think we could be seeing high 2 figures and low 3 figures. That's what I think we could potentially see. But look, you have got to make up your own mind. A person like me, I can come out here, I can enthusiastically share my conviction, and why I have that conviction is due to all the research I've done, but I can't, like I say, give you my conviction. That's where I encourage you, go out, do your own research, read up on this stuff. Don't just listen to all of what's going on in this space on Twitter and YouTube and everyone's opinion, because right now you're listening to my opinion, and it is a 100% biased opinion. Now, I have that opinion because of the confidence I have and the research I've got. What I'm really encouraging you to do is go out there and build your own opinion. And I'm telling you guys, when that happens and you've got that going on, you're not going to get just so easily shaken out of what you believe based on somebody else's, opinion out there. Because, hey, if I can talk you into it, someone else can certainly talk you out of it. Now, for me, I'm pretty much convinced. I believe that this is going to be one wild ride to be on. And I am so happy to have discovered this asset class, and particular this asset. That is at least how I feel. And guys, I sure want to see you in the winner's circle. So guys, let me just take a few seconds to talk about our coaching program for those who don't know. With this next bull run coming up, you are definitely going to want to have your plan in place. And what our coaching program is, that is where you and I can meet personally, one-on-one for 1 hour over Zoom. And during that time, I share with you our personal experience in that last bull run and what enabled Judy and I to achieve some major financial goals. I also share with you the mistakes we made so you don't have to fall into the same pitfalls that we did. We take a look at your portfolio to make sure that it's balanced towards your goals, and we work together to develop your exit strategy. We can even help you take your assets off an exchange and put them onto a hardware wallet, along with delivering to you some amazing techniques that will really help you in this space. Now, the cost of that is $250, and if that's something that interests you, you write me right there at coaching@thedigital.outlook.com, and we'll get you all booked in. So guys, this is the video I have for you today, and as always, I truly hope that you enjoyed it. Now, I want to invite you to join the conversation and drop your comments right down there in the comments section. Open it up to the community and start a discussion. Now, many of you know I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice, but if you found value in it, if you'd hit that like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And hey, don't forget about hitting that notification bell down there, because as you know, things in this space can change lickety-split. And I like to actually get out there and get that information to you as soon as possible. And on top of that, I don't want you missing out on our regularly released videos. Now, if you're one of the thousands of people who have been watching these videos, but you haven't yet subscribed, would you do the channel a favor and join this community? We would really love to have you on board. So, in the meantime, and in between times, stay safe, be blessed, and I'll catch you in the next one.